Welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning, Thursday, April 30th, 9 a.m. right here on Jocks. Auburn picks up a commitment from 2027 interior offensive lineman Jalen Moore, 6'5", 305, out of Atlanta, Georgia. Four-star safety Marquise Bryant commits to Kentucky, 6'1", 190, out of North Carolina. So Kentucky continuing to have some success on the recruiting show. We've mentioned that a couple of times here in the last week. He joins us each and every week at this time, thanks to our friends at Coke and Piggly Wiggly. It's the coach, Wim Sanderson. Coach, how are we doing today?
Oh, I'm okay. A couple of things I'll be, and then you can whatever. I think in the increasing the NCAA basketball tournament has some good and bad. I think for the women it's bad. And the reason for that is the scores are so lopsided. You only have 3 or 4 good teams, South Carolina and LSU, and to put 8 more teams in women's teams in the NCAA tournament doesn't make any sense at all, because you're just having lopsided scores where people have quit watching it, and I think it really hurts. I think it really hurts women's basketball more than it helps women's basketball. It's put in basically to try to get some of these power teams to have more teams in there, maybe a little bit for some teams that should have gotten in, didn't get in. Also somewhat for money, but I just think for the women, I think it's a mistake. So I wanted to comment on that. You have 8 more teams in the tournament than you've had, and what happens? You have to play 12 games instead of playing the games in Dayton. You have to play 12 games, and those winners go down and get rid of 64. And I don't like the format particularly. I guess I'm old school, but that's the way I feel about that. I don't know if y'all want to make any comments. You may not want to, but that I wanted to do. At least I wanted to mention that anyway.
Well, how do you think that'll go as far as the teams that are getting interviewed? We had the discussion with Stephen Pearl yesterday. Is this going to be just your 2 or 3 games above 500 SEC, Big Ten, ACC teams? Or is this going to be, 25, 28 win teams from lower level conferences that have a real chance to make it in?
Well, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. What did he say? I don't know.
No, he doesn't know either. I think that's just the question
really
that we all have.
Yeah. I don't really know if it's going to be. They talked about wanting to get more of the bigger teams in there because they wanted the bigger people to like it. But because the little people, when they fuss, they don't make much leadway when they try to do anything. But I just think it's a mess for the women. I just think it's ridiculous. The other thing I wanted to mention on football-wise, I thought Coach Saban did a good job of talking a little bit about Caden DeVore's new contract. I know y'all talked about that some. In that if you and I know that Michigan entered into it with the contract the way it is, and I think if you like somebody and you want somebody and you see somebody's coming after him, you need to do what you need to do to keep him if you're the athletic director to hired him to start with. And I think that, so, and also mentioning, they lost some players, quarterback going to Ohio State, wideout going to Texas. There wasn't quite as many players there as normal, and got to the final 8. I mean, I just thought he said the right things. I don't know what Greg thinks about it. He thinks anything about it at all. I just think it needed. I think when you look at it right now, you've got 2 teams with more money than anybody, and that's Texas and Texas A&M. And then you've got Georgia that says we're not getting you for the money. They don't say it quite like that, but they're getting the guy to understand that we want players, we don't want you so money conscious, and they're winning doing that. Those three teams are. So that's two different looks a little bit. A&M's are kind of buying them, and Georgia's saying, and I don't know how that's going to end up for Clemson. But I think this is good football talk, and I think Alabama right now is in the I don't know category. I mean, maybe Auburn a little bit. I don't know. I think they're going to be better. The running game is going to be better at Auburn. They got a better quarterback. Alabama, I don't know. I think the running games are going to be better. And I think Tennessee is a little bit in the I don't know category. Either one of y'all comment on that for me and correct me?
Tennessee in the I don't know category, I think Greg and I will be 100% on board with.
Totally.
A lot of that having to do with quarterback, but their new defensive coordinator, some of your stars on defense last couple of years, not going to be back. Still some good players there. Questions maybe on the offensive line. It's definitely an I don't know for Tennessee, no doubt.
Thoughts about Alabama? Both of you. Any thoughts, Greg? Either one of y'all on the Alabama? I don't know. Am I wrong?
No, I mean, I think Alabama, you kind of know, but there's a lot of new. I'm pretty optimistic about. Well, I'm really optimistic about the quarterback position. That position doesn't concern me very much at all. A little bit concerned maybe about the depth at wide receiver. Kalen DeBoer doesn't seem to be, which allows me to feel a little better. Plus, they've had wideouts that have kind of emerged very quickly. I mean, Lottie Brooks last year is a perfect example. A young guy that really came on as the season went along. You make the case he's one of their best players in the final 3 or 4 games of the year. I think you can look at the offensive line, the attitude that they clearly went after. That is encouraging to me. Maybe what they give up in high-level, high-ceiling talent, they gain in attitude and finish. And that's, I think, one thing I say about Kalen DeBoer, like, I think he knows on a year-to-year basis how to tweak and adjust. I'm very bullish on that. Everyone has some blind spots on their roster. I think he's willing to take those things head on and acknowledge where they weren't good enough last year and make changes when necessary. So I'm real optimistic about him. I really am. I'm not saying that as a Bama guy even. That's more like as a national college football guy. I think they're really flying under the radar this year, and that's a good spot to be in.
You know, when I was there, Coach Bryant was retiring, and Ray came in. Ray Perkins, who's a very good friend of mine. He liked basketball, and he and I got along great. He said what he thought. But I can't remember if he was a 2-quarterback guy or didn't like the 2-quarterback system. I can't remember because I got no memory anymore. But I didn't know what Ray thought about that. And, you know, so I'm asking you, both of you, is it possible to have a 2-quarterback system with the 2 that you have? Is the separation going to be, we don't know whether the separation is going to be such that you wouldn't want to do that through practices. There are times that you have players who practice not as good as other, and when they get in the game, they play better. And sometimes it flips the other way. Both of you comment to our listeners about 2-quarterback systems, about your feeling of offensive lines. Cole can certainly talk about that. A little bit about your feelings on that.
For Alabama?
Well, for both. Alabama, for Alabama, it'd be probably not Auburn. But I guess for Alabama, yes.
I think it has a very good chance of being better than a year ago. I think you had some guys playing out of position last year. I think you had some guys dinged up last year that probably doesn't get enough discussion. I mean, center position was great the first half of the season. Brailsford was dinged up late. So that, I think people kind of forget that. That had a lot to do with the lack of success. I do like Rayson Delgado, who's coming in from Cal Poly. I think Jackson Lloyd at tackle is going to be somebody we're talking about that's a pleasant add. Michael Carroll, if he's at guard or tackle, has the ability to really help this group. The problem that you may run into, Coach, is going to be what we have with a lot of other schools. It's a lot of guys that hadn't played much football together, and they're going to have to do that. They're going to have to. The Javen James kid they got from Mississippi State, I think, can also help. But they got guys that I think are going to have a little bit of a different mentality. I think probably the thing that's going to help them more so than anything else is what they saw happen last year. And this is hopefully going to be a group that takes it personal and doesn't want it to look that way anymore. So they've got talent, they've got ability. It takes reps together to act as a great group, and they don't have a lot of those right now. But I like the potential. You got a good group of receivers, a talented quarterback. If some of the young running backs help out, Kalen talked to us about the young backs yesterday. That's an area that I think they can be very different in as well. So I think the potential's there. It's just there's a lot of it that we hadn't seen yet.
Yeah. Greg, any thought on you about not necessarily Alabama's, but a 2-quarterback system that doesn't seem to me like that is as good as it needs to. You'd rather go with one, hadn't you? Am I wrong?
Yes. One is ideal if the skill sets are similar. Now, I think a two quarterback system can work fine if you have very different skill sets. I'm trying to think of the most recent example of a two quarterback system that worked with great success, and it would probably be 2006 Florida when you had Chris Leak, who played 85% of the time, maybe right around there, and Tim Tebow got the other 15%, but it was very situational. It was short yardage, it was goal line, it was third downs, short yardage stuff for the most part.
Blake Bell, Oklahoma. The Belldozer.
The Belldozer. What year was that?
I don't know.
Like 2016 or 17. So, yeah, maybe another example there. But, I mean, Chris Leak was a traditional pocket passer, really, really good thrower of the football. Then you had a hammer in Tim Tebow that was going to go and run through a brick wall for a first down. So, two very different players, and probably the most recent example of a successful two-quarterback system. Granted, one had 85%, the other had 15%. But still, a successful use. Alabama's case, not the same. Austin Mack's not going to run quarterback power on 4th and 1. I mean, maybe he could, but that's not really who he is. He's a drop back passer. Keelan Russell's the same way. Drop back passer, can keep plays alive with his legs, so can Austin, but they're similar skill sets. So you wouldn't go in that direction given the fact that the two guys are going to attack the defense the exact same way. You don't have to install a completely different defense, for example. Yeah. Let's just hypothetically say Austin Mack starts the season, Keelan Russell then goes in on the third series. The defense structure doesn't change because the skill set's the same.
Yeah. Before I get off here, I thought that it was always interesting to me for both of you that Coach Saban didn't change quarterbacks with a big lead in the second half.
He
never did. You think he did?
Oh yeah, I came out of the game. Okay. I came out of the game early a lot.
Oh yeah, that had you. Yeah. I'm saying.
No, a lot. I mean, there might have been examples. Let's be real.
This makes this show good. Go ahead.
Oh no, I mean, there may be examples like a little later on in his tenure when you had some guys that were in the Heisman mix and you want to pad the stats a bit. Like, yeah, that's a real thing. I mean, there's no denying that. That's a real thing. So maybe guys would get a little longer run, but there were times when I think in my final college game, I don't even know if I played in the third quarter. I think I got.
Oh, I thought it was the other way.
No. Maybe a little bit in the third quarter. Oftentimes, if there's big lead, he would give us the first series of the second half, and then get us out of there. That was the way it usually went.
Yeah, well, that's great. Cole, the blocking. If they kind of had different offenses with each quarterback, or maybe they didn't. Blocking assignments was it hard for your guys up front?
No, I mean, most of the plays are going to be operated in the same way. You block counter the way you block counter. If it's handing it to a running back or if the quarterback's keeping it, I mean, our jobs normally stay the same. There might be a box count that you treat a little bit differently. I think sometimes if you have a quarterback that has the option to keep the football, throw the football, you view things in a little bit of a different light. But more times than not, we're blocking inside zone. Or we have a 5-man protection, whatever that is. We manage that, handle that the same way. So it can be a big advantage to have one or the other because of what they offer up the defense to defend. But you account for that if you do or don't have it. So it doesn't. I don't think it greatly changes what's happening. It gives you more or less options, or you're better suited to do one or the other. So it's more of a change in mindset, I think, than it is physically what you're asked to do.
All right. One other thing. The offensive lineman, did you see offensive linemen that didn't care for the quarterback personally? And did that affect, you don't have to call it names, did that affect at times, because you've been through everything?
No, and I'll just stop you right here. And I love people that say this. Like they don't, the offensive line doesn't like the quarterback. That's why he's getting sacked. You know what happens when the quarterback?
No, I didn't mean get sacked. I mean, just didn't like him. I mean, they just weren't on the same page. I don't know whether
everybody has guys on the team they don't like. No, but very rarely are guys just universally beloved. Because number one, you're beating people out. You know this.
Yeah, sure.
Like you got to go try to beat guys out. You think everybody that gets beat out by another guy likes that guy?
Yeah.
Probably
not. Coaches don't like each other. Since the coaches don't like each other at times.
Absolutely. So
yeah. You're right.
Now, I will say, I do think to be a good or great quarterback, you have to have that innate ability to sort of rally guys, to organize guys, to motivate, all those different things at different times. If you're someone that when you come into the huddle and it's immediate eye roll, that's going to show up. Now,
For sure.
I don't think that means you're not going to be able to move the ball, but you're not going to raise the level of the guys around you if that's who you are and that's what you are. We had some guys who were more that than others. We had some guys who were more, heck yeah, like got us going, like made you believe the play was going to work. As opposed, like, I mean, listen, Ben Lear comes in the huddle and he's like 628 X snap on one, ready. And then he's telling you these other little things. Hey, if that corner's playing up, let's do this. Cube, if that linebacker walks up, let's go ahead and switch to protection now. Like, your confidence level is at an all-time high. As to you get the next quarterback and he's stumbling through what the play is, and then you got to look back. What was it on again? Is it on two? Or is it first down? First down on two? Like, you're like, this, there's no way in hell this play's working.
Yeah.
Like, that's your mindset. You're like, this ain't going to work.
I'm sure. No, Greg didn't do that.
No, when you in the granted different world now, not as much in huddle, right? Like the huddle was a sacred place, and it's changed a lot because you're not seeing as much of it as you once did. But you had to leave the huddle thinking that this is going to be the greatest play that's ever been run, and if you can articulate that confidence as a quarterback, then the rest of the team will be good to go. So speaking the language and speaking it convincingly is actually an innate skill that you need to have. If you stumble through the play call, it's not going to be very good.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you guys. It turned out to be good stuff. I appreciate you guys' answers, and I appreciate Piggly Wiggly, and I appreciate Coca-Cola. They do a great job for the people that go in there, and for the people that drink Coke. It's a terrific beverage, and for the people that go into Piggly Wiggly, they come out with the right kind of groceries and meat. You guys are terrific. I don't ask very good questions, but I try to make them up as I go. So anyway,
we appreciate you, Coach. Great stuff.
All right.
Look forward to catching up
later.
next week. The Coach Wim Sanderson joining us on the Higginbotham Hotline. He's with us thanks to Coke and Piggly Wiggly each and every week. I have mentioned a new top 25. Post-spring top 25. How do we view its accuracy? We'll discuss that next right here on Jocks. All right, welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. Appreciate you guys joining us. You're going to a wedding this weekend?
We have a wedding this weekend.
Are you in it?
I am.
Man, I haven't been in a wedding in a while.
You're due.
No, those are over.
I would love to see
Done.
Cole in a tux.
It's happened a few times.
Has it?
I've been in some weddings.
I believe that, but I would love to see you in a tux.
Yeah, it's been a while, though.
Last year, you were in a tux.
I was in a tuxedo at an event at Country Club of Birmingham about a month ago.
Oh.
Because I had to, this is on our podcast Tuesday date night with my wife. We talked about we had to use the big paper clip thing for my pants.
Because it busted?
No, they were just big. I haven't had them taken in a while. The black with the metal things.
Yeah.
What do you call that?
The binder clip?
Binder clip? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, it's like a binder clip.
Yeah.
It's like a thicker paper clip, obviously.
I had to use that to hold my hands up, hold my pants up.
You could have gotten suspenders.
Didn't have time. It was late. I knew I had I have a tuxedo, and I purchased it actually for Jordan's wedding, which was however many years ago. And yes, I'm looking at them online right now. It was one of the giant binder clips.
Yeah.
Put it on the back of my pants, and that's how I had to keep my pants up.
That works.
So probably need to have that altered.
Did that mean no water or drinking during that night?
I did not have much.
Okay, because
My fluid intake was at a minimum. Yes.
it was in and it's not coming off until we get home.
I mean, I probably could have, but didn't want to risk
Right.
the binder clip popping off. Then you're walking around with your hands in your pockets the whole time, which is uncomfortable. Would have been uncomfortable. But yeah. But it's an out-of-town wedding. So
It's an out-of-town wedding.
A lot of activities.
A lot of activities. It's fun though. Like and we were talking about this a little while ago. It's like weddings have become like full events, like weekend-long events, like full 3-4 day events. Right? Been to several weddings in the last handful of years, where it's an out-of-town wedding, which have become very much the norm. The bachelor parties have gotten outrageously expensive. I mean, you're going to like God knows where. I mean, several international bachelor parties, golf trip bachelor. Those have kind of gone away. That was
Dubai.
That was probably like 5 years. Not often Dubai.
Rio.
Riyadh. Yeah.
New Zealand.
Yeah. Not a lot of those.
It's a weekend
It's a
jaunt.
2 week bachelor party. No,
Iceland.
But it's like you have you get a lot of the destination weddings because they want it to be worth your while. Like I think it makes sense to me. You have an event on Thursday night. You have full day festivities on Friday. You have full day festivities on Saturday. You have an outgoing brunch on Sunday. Like it's kind of fun. It makes more sense. Like if you're going to go somewhere to celebrate a couple, like you might as well have a handful of events that kind of build up to the actual festivities
Make it a full
themselves.
trip.
It's a full trip.
Yeah.
You
And
know what's worth my while?
What's that?
Me choosing what I do.
How about being a
that's what's
good
worth my
friend?
while.
What about being a
Wow.
good
I'm
friend?
at your wedding.
Make his
Oh,
wedding
I
about
went to your
you.
wedding. Gotcha.
No, I'm at your wedding, and
Hey.
the wedding party events I get. I don't. But I don't need the whole weekend planned.
You don't like several events leading up to it. It's a build up. It's a crescendo.
Should be a dinner the night before,
Yeah.
the wedding, and the reception.
That's it?
If you want to have like an optional, like I think at ours it was, hey, like my father-in-law was going to go play golf across the street. Anybody who wants to go with him, here's the tea time, the information. Like y'all can put some groups together and y'all can go. But it wasn't like hey, the whole wedding party's going to go play golf together and like we're going to have a brunch beforehand. Like no, it's the people in the wedding did a couple of things. Yes. So for you, if you're doing things and you're in the wedding, that's different. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're trying to put it together for everybody that's going,
Well, it's,
I don't need that.
out of town wedding, like a lot of times, like we've been to these out of town weddings where we barely know the bride or groom.
Right, yeah.
Right. And we're invited to the rehearsal dinner because we're an out of town guest that is in loose. Everyone that's in the invited to the wedding gets to go to the rehearsal dinner.
Where's the wedding this weekend?
This weekend's at Lake Martin.
Different destination.
It's a little different because there's not like
But there's a lot of-
there's not like whole nightlife for you to go out and check out. Like
No,
if this
yeah.
was
I mean,
if this was Gatlinburg and you could go to Ripley's.
Now we're talking.
I'm
Totally
unfamiliar.
different deal.
Oh, well, there you go.
go
It's
get
built-in entertainment.
Dolly
It's
Parton's
happy.
live action dinner theater, the thing. Then yeah, you go to
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I like weddings. I've always been a big fan of weddings. I don't know why. They're fun. They're always a good time. They're always enjoyable, and it's fun to kind of see. I always enjoy if you're on one side or the other to see the interaction between the bride side and the groom side, and it's like a joining, and it's like two worlds collide for one night. And if they're extended beyond one night into the rehearsal dinner or a welcome party and or a post-wedding brunch, what have you, it's just more of that collision. And to me, it makes a lot of sense. Like if I were doing a wedding for my daughter, I don't know, let's just say, gosh, 25 years from now, 30 years from now, however long it might be, I would want it to be a full weekend of fun. Like I would want it to be extended. 3-night minimums, guys. You can't come unless you're willing to commit.
Man.
That's it. You're out unless you can commit.
Greg's a hotel, 3-night minimum.
3-night minimum.
3-night minimum.
Wow.
What'd they say in Father of the Bride? Like, hey, we should just charge people to come to the wedding so we can make some money. That's a good deal. Hey, you want in? $20. You got to pay the cover. I like that plan.
That'd be ideal.
Yeah, I'm a big wedding guy.
Okay. You coming to mine?
Yeah, probably. What's the date? June?
June 13th.
Let me
Is
see.
UFL still going then?
Yeah.
I think it might be championship.
You're
week.
in Tennessee.
Yeah.
You're getting hitched in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Close to the Indiana or the Illinois. It's
Yeah.
Like right by the
Clarksville.
border.
Mm-hmm.
That's Father's Day weekend?
I think the weekend before.
I don't know.
How do we not have these dates figured
I
out?
don't know. How do I not have these dates figured out? I do have your magnet up on the.
Yeah, just scan the QR
fridge.
code that's on there.
Oh, there's a
That's the
QR
week-
code?
Yeah.
It is the weekend before.
Heck yeah.
Pull up.
Ride.
Man. Pull up. Mine is a 2-day event. Like the way my finances are set up.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, did you do good on Wheel of Fortune?
Yeah, the way we set up, it's.
What's that like?
we're the rehearsal dinner, cool. Everybody that's in the wedding, a couple family members, and then Saturday, like we are just chilling.
When you're in the entertainment business,
Here's the thing about the rehearsal dinner. If we're not supposed to come, you shouldn't have put it on the schedule.
well said.
Because you put it on like
it's on-
it's a schedule of events, rehearsal dinner, night before. I'm like, oh, okay.
Not
like,
everybody's gonna be able to eat. I'll put it
That's
like
fair.
that.
That's fair. You don't put it
How
on
are we
there.
supposed to
Bring your
Right.
own. Bring your own food.
No, on the
Or-
RSVP it shows it. We have it labeled by name, so like they know if they're invited.
Just
to
go
that.
cross it out on the invite and say rehearsal picnic. You bring your own stuff.
Yeah. Rehearsal
easily say
buffet.
asterisk
Say,
those in the wedding.
We
Not
will
all
have
invited.
we will have box lunches for everybody. Just make one quick run to Publix. We're good to go. Yeah, no, I think that'd be a lot of fun. Me and Cole ride up together.
I do appreciate what you said about the two different sides of the families, and I also think like what you're referencing, these out of town weddings, it's a little more quaint, and
Yeah.
so then you can really tell like, okay, that's that side of the family, that side of the family. Are they mingling? Do they speak to one another? You can tell who's in charge, like who's making the decisions.
Yeah, there's only a few
that
fights,
dynamic, right?
a few fist fights.
And then that completely flip flops for the rehearsal dinner, and it's like usually, that mom is like, "This is my time to shine because this is my event," and you're just kind of like, "Ooh, buddy, that's probably not gonna look like that tomorrow." So that dynamic can be enjoyable for sure, but it's I just haven't been to a lot of weddings in a while.
What's wrong with you?
People don't like me, so they don't invite me to their weddings. That's number one.
Or you don't like them?
That too.
That's next time
Not important.
when they come up to you at Regents, Greg. That's when you need to. Hey, are you having a wedding soon? If people like Cole so much, give me the
Invite
wedding
him.
info.
Yeah.
I'll
Prove
make
it.
sure he's there.
Prove it.
Yeah, I'll get him. To
I
come.
did have. By the way, maybe I can find this quickly. I would never say the name. I would never do that to this individual. I was invited to a wedding recently, basically based on Auburn merit.
War Eagle.
Big Auburn fan. Want to invite you to my wedding, War Eagle.
Let's go.
I can't.
Last I checked, it was Auburn family, not Auburn friend. Like it, you and the family, man.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
And I have family members that I have not been to their weddings.
Well, they're not Auburn family. That's different.
Maybe
It's Auburn family. It's a real family.
you can't go to a wedding of somebody you've never met, can you?
No.
No, that's awesome.
Well,
Oh, it's side of the.
Are you
which
the
side
plus-
are you guys sitting on? Well,
Let me tell
+1?
you.
here's a quarter. Flip it. I don't know.
No clue.
Can't.
that's actually you can go and have the fun. You could be the one like Greg was talking about to go and make sure the worlds collide.
Yeah, I
be
don't
like
think
what-
that
just be
we
like-
would actually be
Right.
the ones that got everybody talking.
Be like Wedding
So-
Crashers, just not at the end.
Maybe. I don't know.
I
We'll
don't
see.
know.
So how do you know the groom? I just met him today.
Seems like a nice guy.
Instagram
Seems pretty
DM.
good.
Swiped right on the friend app. What is the friend app?
Which side of the family are you here to see? War Eagle.
Yep.
Don't act like 6 or 7 people in the hall. Yeah, War Eagle.
Yeah.
Yeah, War Eagle.
Put him on a groom side.
Well, hang on. Isn't there a like Wedding Crashers? What do they say? Oh, Seamus O'Toole, Bobby O'Shea. You know,
Yeah.
Who do you know? We're brothers of Aunt Liz.
All right, we'll see. We'll get your wedding feedback on Monday.
It's gonna be fun.
Yes, will be. Are you on anything for the Kentucky Derby? Do you have a pick for that?
Gotta be honest with
you're
you.
not on tomorrow.
I have not looked.
Hadn't seen the tape.
I used to be
That's me.
really into the ponies. Used to be really into the ponies.
My Little?
That's the
The beer,
Pink
the tiny
Pony
little.
club. It's a banger.
You might have some My Little Ponies in your future. About 3-4 years from now.
You think?
Kit had like a little small window there. Like
I don't
they kind
remember.
of tried to make a comeback, and
I feel like my
I think
sister never got
there
into
was
My Little
there was a
Pony.
birthday that maybe she received a couple, and it never got big or anything, but a little small window. But I think they're kind of trying to keep them going. So
I remember like Polly Pockets having a comeback. I don't remember My
Oh,
Little
they're back.
Pony.
Polly Pockets are back.
All the way?
You can get like Harry Potter, Polly Pockets. Oh yeah, they're back.
Oh boy.
When I think Polly Pocket, I think Harry Potter in the Dungeon of Doom.
I don't know what dungeons they have and don't have. I did ride the roller coaster, but they
Brag about it.
got the whole thing. Yeah, you can get that. All kind of deals going. Yes. So,
Harry Potter against Snape in the
I'd like to see
Holy Oak
Harry
Forest.
Potter against Snake Eyes is what I would like to see.
Ooh. That's the He Who Shall Not Be Named.
Y'all don't. It's before your time.
It's actually a
Oh,
pretty
you're
good
talking
joke.
about G.I. Joe?
That's actually a pretty good joke, Greg.
You like that?
Yeah.
I don't know who would win that. I am constantly amazed when my daughter shows me clips of Harry Potter how he just defeats all these things with this little stick.
It's called Magic, Cole.
There's so many other people that have so many greater weapons.
Like
I feel
what?
like Optimus Prime being
Yeah.
able to turn into an 18-wheeler
Well-
and have cannons shooting out of his tires.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
So
you
like
know,
Meg-
Megatron got him. He died.
Destro has a head made of metal.
all
It's got to be heavy though.
all he has to do.
His neck muscles. He's like Tequila Spikes walking around. Gotta be.
I don't know. I feel like some of the hardest characters that Harry Potter had to knock off were like early in the series when he was young. The
He
guy with
did,
the
yeah.
face in the back of his head.
Oh yeah.
You talking about
Tough.
Manny faces from He-Man? He can just spin his face.
No,
Wow.
unfamiliar.
You should see him. He's pretty cool. You hit a button on top of his head, and the thing
did spin it.
rotates,
That
and all of a
was
sudden
cool.
he's a mean guy.
He's in the movie too.
What about this new DC comic guy named Clayface or whatever?
Clayface.
Not
That's
really new,
Batman.
but yeah,
it's like-
he's more or less a shapeshifter.
yeah, he's a Batman
yeah.
villain.
Yeah, I said DC Universe, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Did
Correct.
I get it right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I saw that.
Greg's down. Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting there. I saw
Talking about
the
the far right radio guy.
unfamiliar. Oh,
That's good.
I get it.
That was a good pull.
No,
That's a good
I'm
pull.
watching
Like
this.
3
I
for
mean,
3 in this segment.
We're literally watching the I don't know, one of the playoffs the other day. It might have been NHL, might have been NBA. I don't remember which one. That's how much attention I was paying. But we were sitting there watching the game, and I'm watching it with Vince, and I'm watching it with JG and the
Oh,
kids.
that was
and
yeah.
all of a sudden, the clay face or the clay man. What
Yeah,
is it
it's
called?
Clayface.
Clayface. Okay.
It's probably going to be rated R, so that probably shouldn't have been on. I understand why it was on there, but I'll tell you,
it was a very
it looked
creepy.
very heavy, yeah,
It was a
yeah.
creepy trailer.
yeah, yeah.
Like very creepy
Feel
trailer.
bad for the kid seeing that.
Yeah.
Is this a whole new character, or is it they're bringing him back from
New
somewhere?
to you, but I
Yeah,
mean,
but yeah, he's
new to
been-
most American audiences. Yes.
Yeah.
He's been around in the comics.
Is
for
he German?
20-some odd years.
DC Germany?
I mean, you're the one out here quoting Manny faces, so we know how current your pop culture is. So
I'm just not up on the new DC characters. I didn't know if he was.
that's why he's
Well,
he's been around for. I mean,
Yeah.
Damien knows him, so that shows. Well, I guess even hold on, maybe not.
I was a big Batman guy.
Still
Batman
one.
or Iron Man?
Batman.
Thank you.
for what?
In a fight. Who would win?
In a fight? I mean, I don't know. Iron Man probably.
No.
Yeah, dude. Iron Man had a bodysuit.
Are they both DC?
No.
Who's
Iron
first?
Man's Marvel.
What do you mean first?
Batman.
Who was first?
I guess yeah, Batman, 1939.
I mean, that is in the Hunger Games Running Man ripoff territory right there. I had not thought about this before, but Iron Man is Batman. No, hold on a second. Rich guy who can just do whatever he wants and all of a sudden makes himself a superhero?
But he's no Bruce. Tony Stark's no Bruce Wayne. Though.
Bruce Wayne, no Tony Stark. He doesn't have that mind.
Yeah, he does.
Technically,
He just
Bruce Wayne is that tech savvy?
if you look in the bat layer, yeah, kind of to an extent.
It
Bit
depends,
off.
depends on
And
which
Bat- and Bru-
Batman.
and Bruce is rich. Like
I saw Adam West use shark spray Okay, let's not act
It
like he was
did
Bruce
not
was very
work.
technically
It
advanced.
worked. It took him a while to throw away that
Just
bomb,
saying.
but it worked.
He didn't even have a top for his Batmobile. Okay,
I don't know, man. Like
that's
He-
how you
he
knew he's in
finds-
L.A.
Batman has an edge that he doesn't kill, but he'll take it to the extent. Like he beats up on Superman, and Superman's supposed to be all world.
There's
all
only one
invincible.
movie, Damien.
All I'm
They didn't
saying,
fight a whole
he
lot.
He
coming
found a
up.
way. He finds a way. He's greedy.
Like he does the
He's-
gritty.
He's a billionaire, but he's gritty.
He's greedy. He's a broken billionaire.
Okay, and Iron Man's not. He's
Well,
soft.
Iron
Iron
Man's
Man's
just-
soft.
If he doesn't have the suit, Bruce Wayne hand-to-hand combat is absolutely destroying.
How do
Tony
we
Stark.
know? If
'Cause
neither
Bruce is
have their
trained in
toys, who would be
absolute-
the best fighter?
No, Bruce doesn't need it. He fisticuffs.
He's trained in a lot of
Yeah, like
martial arts.
Oh,
It's
I get it.
over
I
with.
saw the one with
Like
Bane
more
where
than
he had
Liam
to sit
Neeson?
in the well for 18 years. Yeah, a real tough life.
I mean,
He's
it
broken,
did.
man.
He did. Ra's al Ghul wanted Batman to lead the League of Shadows.
How do we know how Tony Stark came up?
Not
Yeah.
important.
Parents, nepotism.
Nepotism.
It's all-
Yeah.
Stark Industries was started
Was
by
his
father.
dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But
In
I'ma
essence,
go
Tony
back to
Stark
the-
is Vince McMahon Jr. Like
I'ma-
Stark Industries was big, but then Tony made it.
I'm gonna go
Really
back to
big.
the original question. Was the question not Iron Man, Batman, or was the question Bruce Wayne, Tony Stark?
But all that is included.
Nope.
But
Nope.
give me Batman.
That-
though. Give me Batman.
You said Batman, Iron Man, which I'll take the one in the suit that can fly and has a beam that shoots out of his hand that can
Oh,
pretty
heck
much just
yeah.
wipe you out.
Action.
Man, give me
Other than a net gun.
the disrespect Batman.
Batman will
gets.
just pull out a little remote control device and deactivate Tony's suit.
Exactly.
Why could that not work in reverse? I've seen the Batcave lose power.
Because Batman's suit is just spandex.
Didn't
Well, how's
didn't
it
the
gonna be
Batmobile in one of
deactivated?
those movies just get shut down and it just like stopped? And
Didn't stop Batman though. May have stopped the cave.
Yeah.
Bruce still came after him.
Told you he's gritty, man. He finds a way. He finds a way.
He's a workout warrior.
Total.
workout warrior.
I mean, he is. You actually see it in the movie. He's out here CrossFitting, one of them. But
Come
yeah.
on, man.
All right. I'm surprised, John, that you're that far on that.
No, I don't think you're wrong
Sure.
in that the similarities are eerily similar. That a broken
Oh,
rich
but also,
white boy
but
becomes
also
a
in
superhero.
who would take that battle?
I guess Batman.
Because Stark's just a rich philanderer. Batman's actually probably the world's greatest detective.
About it.
Really?
Detective?
Yeah.
Detective.
He started in detective
More so
comics.
than
He
Gadget.
is vengeance.
Yes, that's an inspector.
He put him.
There's only so much.
I'm unfamiliar.
I never knew he was lauded for his detective work.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Ask Commissioner Gordon.
The commish?
He has a signal that they shoot to the sky, so he's needed.
And
Right,
listen,
because the police can't handle
they
it.
can't do it.
Out here being Sherlock
need-
I
Holmes.
don't feel like
We need
it's
help.
not the detective work that they can't handle. It's the weaponry and whatnot.
Man, whatever.
Batman puts a lot of cases together and then goes out and, finishes it.
Yes.
So you're suggesting that Batman is about that life?
Yes. 1,000%.
Mostly.
Okay.
I mean, he won't
I
kill
told
him,
you.
but
About it,
yeah.
about it.
I would not have guessed. I
You
always
gotta
thought
do-
Bat.
ask- you
Ask
gotta do
Clark
s-
Kent. Ask Superman.
You got to do something with all that money.
Exactly.
It's true.
Tony's out here
Silver
just spending it on
Surfer or
them.
Batman?
Oh, it's easy. Silver Surfer.
Yeah, well,
I
that,
don't think
Breathe in
Batman
space.
could catch him.
well,
All Silver Surfer's got to do is go 20 feet off the ground. Come get me, son.
I'm with you. I'm
Like, we
trying
know
to
his
go
limits.
further, and I think Batman may be a little overrated.
whoa.
Whoa, I love
whoa,
that.
Whoa.
Hot
whoa,
take.
Whoa, whoa.
Quake take.
No.
Batman is like Greg in the triathlon. Batman couldn't just, all of a sudden, if a villain popped down, he probably couldn't go to most of them one-on-one. But you give him time to research and figure out weaknesses, all like that, yeah, he'd be able to take him down.
See?
Greg would be able to take down the triathlon, but he need to train.
Confirm.
So he needs practice. We
Batman's walking on the street, and then Superman just out of nowhere comes down. Oh, crap, what am I going to do? Probably die. But if he realizes,
Got him.
Listen, I
Superman
saw
might
the
be
movie.
an
He
enemy.
needed 7 new suits and a lot of help from
Had time to
random
prepare.
people
Had
walking
time to
around the city.
prepare.
He
You just don't show up on
detected.
game day. Come on, man.
Could.
He needed spring ball.
Yeah.
He needed fall camp. He needed a lot.
Batman or Thor?
I mean, one's a god, so
Helps.
Yeah. Like Batman would have to.
Has
kill.
its advantages. Captain America or Batman?
Captain America's the woat.
Wow.
Worst of all time.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman or Batman?
Wonder Woman.
Well,
Also an alien.
well, you know.
she's human.
Batman or
Earthen.
Predator?
Come on now.
I know better. Predator. I'm not going to go to his bad side.
Apollo Creed or Predator.
We actually saw that.
Yeah,
Correct.
we saw Hamilton follow.
Cost him an arm. All right. We'll try not to stay dumb and look at the top 25 next on Jocks. All right, welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning. Appreciate you tuning in. 9:44 Thursday, April 30th. You can listen online. Find the app in your app store, iPhone, Android. Download it for free. Watch us live on YouTube every day. Search Jocks 945. Or just tell your home smart speaker to enable the Jock skill.
Bill Smith Buick GMC is the GMC Dealer of the Year, the national champion of GMC dealers. They've won it 6 years in a row, and they're the largest GMC dealership here in Alabama. They also offer the largest discounts, and they have the best service. Thanks to Alabama for making them number one again. They also have that used car super center where you can go get a car for whatever your budget is, like a GMC Sierra 1500 SLT, 68,170 is what you'd pay locally. If you take the short drive to Coleman, you'll spend just $53,170. Deals like that to keep people coming back. There's a reason why they sell more vehicles than anyone here in the Southeast. There's also a reason why they've been named the national champion of GMC dealers 9 times overall. So the short drive to Coleman, you'll be glad you did. I-65, exit 310, Highway 31. You can also shop online, have it delivered right to your driveway at BillSmithBuickGMC.com.
Just to continue a little bit of the stupidity here. Spider-Man, where does he fall into this? Spider-Man versus Batman?
High school kid, don't like him.
Okay.
Wow.
Looking for a personal profile, but
Doesn't have the grown man strength
He can bench press a bus, but okay.
to go.
because it sounds like Damien thinks Batman is second to none. It cannot be defeated.
He's the
no,
coolest. He's the coolest superhero.
For sure.
I think he's definitely like the coolest one for sure.
But
But does he win in a
Tony
fight
Stark
against all
feels
of them?
pretty cool. I mean,
Genius.
his house
billionaire,
overlooks the
playboy,
ocean.
philanthropist. I mean, that's
Feels like it's always dark
Pretty
and
good
rainy
resume.
at
Very witty.
Wayne Manor.
yes.
Tony
It-
Stark's house.
yeah.
I'd much rather live there.
Yeah, well, Gotham City is just not.
It's a
It's
dump.
just
Not a good
it's
place.
not a
It
good
is a
place.
dump.
Dreary.
Very dreary.
all the
dreary
good
place.
that Batman does, he can't
yeah,
do
it's
nothing.
tough.
Yeah.
Still, the fight still fights.
All right, rank them: Metropolis, Gotham City,
Okay.
or where Tony Stark lives,
Well, what about Superman's planet? What's that called?
or Pandora,
Krypton's kind of gone.
Krypton.
They
Or-
got
or
rid of
Krypton,
it.
nice and clean.
or
It's
Pandora.
It was.
basically made of crystals.
What about Pandora? Throw that in there.
Well, you can't breathe there.
Doesn't
You're
matter.
going to need the oxygen.
Don't
mask.
need it. I'll just turn into an avatar,
Fair.
and I'll fight fire one year. Then I'll fight
with water
water.
next,
Water
yeah.
the next.
What's next? Earth.
Wind,
I guess. I don't know.
Earth.
You'd be as tall as Wimby though,
It's true.
True.
and then come back to Earth and dominate the WNBA.
That's the next thing. If an avatar were to play a sport, what sport would they dominate the most at? I think ultimate frisbee.
Physical activity. Sport.
I'm gonna say.
Physical activity.
Physical activity.
I'm gonna
Think
say
about-
horse
think about-
racing. They probably win the Kentucky Derby this weekend.
Think about an avatar climbing the ladder though and catching a frizz.
What? I can't. I don't really know what that looks like.
What kind of strike zone would an avatar have though?
It's the
See,
same.
they'd be
Strike zone
terrible at
stays the
baseball.
same.
ABS.
They'd be terrible at baseball.
ABS.
Now pitching maybe.
They probably
Put
could
him on
throw
the
heat.
mound?
Well, you've seen the guy on the stilts for the Savannah Bananas. He doesn't throw very hard.
Not a lot of drive off the back stilt.
It is tough. That is a little different sight line though.
Yeah.
I feel like wrestling be easy though.
The Flash or Batman? How is the Flash not more destructive? I don't feel like you can catch him.
Yeah, just put a banana peel out. It's not that hard.
You don't know where he's going.
What is
Put
this?
Tubble out.
What is this? Mario Kart?
Hulk
what
or
happened?
Batman?
Hulk.
Hulk?
Easy.
I mean,
Hulk number one.
Well, hold on.
Not
Why
gonna
are
be
you backing off
disrespectful.
Batman now?
No,
No, Batman's the
realistic.
coolest.
Yeah, very
Batman's the
realistic.
No,
You can
but
be the
Damien has
coolest.
basically said he would defeat everybody. Batman
No.
versus Wolverine. A lot of people say Wolverine's coolest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
but
like,
Mostly guys in
got-
biker gangs, but
He's
if you
He's
like
also
X-Men.
he's also a short king. He's like 5'2".
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
and Batman can
Hugh
play.
Jackman?
yeah. Hugh Jackman
Jack-
played him. They made him 6 some odd, but he's and everything else he's been like 5'2".
I didn't know
when you
that.
think about real Wolverine's kind of low base, low to the ground.
Absolutely.
So it works.
Rather heavy with all that adamantium in him.
Oh, the what?
Adamantium.
Aquaman or
Spell that.
Batman? How's Batman keeping up with Aquaman is what I need to know.
Submersibles.
Yeah, you got the Batmobile is
That hasn't ended well
transform
recently.
itself.
Too soon. They're not
He's not
going.
using
They're
the
not going to the
PlayStation controller.
Titanic.
God almighty.
Tell our listeners about polar bears.
What's wrong with you?
God almighty.
Golly, who asked the question? Aquaman versus Batman. They don't even exist in different places. All the sea creatures would attack Batman. Obviously, Aquaman would
Polar
win.
bear service.
We'll get there. Maybe the polar bears could attack him too. I don't know. I don't know what Aquaman's powers look like. Polar bear service is the best though. I know that Weston and the guys have been doing an amazing job. Really, really appreciate the experience I've had. When they've come out to the house, they've helped me out a million different ways. They've helped me out with electrical. They've helped me out with plumbing. They've also helped me out with my HVAC system. I always appreciate the experience that I have when they come to the house. I also know that I just got to call one number. If something goes wrong, it's the first call I make. 99 times out of 100, I feel like Weston's been able to help me out. That's for sure. So remember, if you have a problem with your electrical, plumbing, heater, air, just pick up the phone and call the Bear. It's 205-497-BEAR. It's 497-BEAR.
If like you had a Mr. Freeze or an Elsa, you could have thrown right in there in that. That would have worked. but-
Unfamiliar with Elsa, we have not gotten to the point where Frozen's a big part of our house.
You haven't even seen it?
Mr. Freeze was played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. It was not a tough character.
Well, he's not the only Mr. Freeze.
Who's the other Mr. Freeze?
I don't know the guy's name, but there have been others. Not in the newer ones, but there have been
It
others
was Schwarzenegger did play
Yes.
Mr. Freeze, right?
in the worst
Correct,
Batman
yes.
ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It was awful.
I don't remember it.
Be happy.
It was bad.
Be happy.
What was the lady that was Poison Ivy?
Uma Thurman.
This is not a good movie.
Correct.
Not great. All right, we'll finish up this worthless conversation next on Jocks. All right, welcome back in. McElroy and Cubelic in the morning, 9:53 Thursday, April 30th, right here on Jocks. So, Damian, we'll wrap it up with this for Batman, who you believe is
Your goat.
unbeatable.
See, this is what
I didn't
Cole
say
does. This is what Cole does. He did this earlier to me.
I'm just talking about if Iron Man. Like, I'm looking at it.
No, Cole does this. He exaggerates. It's like, I mean, it's like the next level. You didn't say unbeatable.
Right.
Batman, well, everybody was put up against him. He said that he would take Batman would take him
That's
down.
not true.
I wish I
We
watched
already
Dragon Ball
determined
Z.
that Aquaman is dependent on the venue.
Yeah.
Batman versus Black Panther.
It's personal.
Well, it's just
Give me Black Panther. It's a
Okay.
sweep.
Greg, tell our listeners about Crocker Moving Services.
Well, they're a local company owned by an Iraq War veteran, Eric Crocker. Crocker believes in hiring movers you can trust to complete full background checks and run drug tests for every single employee. And right now, you can be one of those people. You got to be able to pass a drug test. You got to pass a background check. You got to have good people skills because you're going to get competitive hourly wages. But in all likelihood, you're probably going to get some tips as well. So to apply, go to CrockerMovingServices.com. That's CrockerMovingServices.com. They got to hire for the busy season, and they're trying to find a few good men. So give them a call at 205-448-8505 or go to CrockerMovingServices.com. Support your veterans by choosing your Crocker Moving Service for your next move.
Tomorrow we'll spend some time on a post-spring top 25. A couple of those are coming out. Did your top 25 you feel like shift at all, GMAC, during spring football?
No, because I feel like spring football, hope springs eternal. You're always trying to find the silver lining. They're always trying to find the reason why it could go right. And then in the fall, as you get a little closer, you start to find out, all right, here's what could go wrong. So right now, you feel good about everybody. But as we move forward a little further, dive in a little deeper, you start to figure out, all right, where are the holes in some of these rosters? So no, it wouldn't change right now.
Yeah, maybe unless you're Texas Tech. I think that's a team that people probably will have ranked a little bit lower than what they had them going into spring football. Some of the spring games over the weekend, Arkansas, LSU, Iowa, Indiana, Illinois, Maryland, Minnesota, Nebraska, they all wrapped up their spring. Penn State, Clemson, Wisconsin, North Carolina, Arizona, Kansas State. So we still have a lot to get into from spring games that have taken place that we haven't really recapped or kind of gone back and looked at what we think they're going to be this upcoming season. You're not with us tomorrow. Do you want to give us your Kentucky Derby pick now?
The 6 horse.
Good number.
Noted.
For Damian.
It's a good lane for you.
Good lane. I'm telling you, I haven't done the ton of due diligence.
Neither have I.
I haven't watched any of the races. I used to watch them all. I don't have time anymore.
No. We'll have Dick Girardi on tomorrow at 9 a.m. to preview and give us his picks for the Kentucky Derby, which is coming up this weekend. More people pretend like they are a diehard fan of said sport. People that watch the Masters or people that watch the Kentucky Derby?
Oh, definitely Kentucky Derby. I think people watch a lot of golf. Horse racing, not so much.
That's fair. All right, we're back tomorrow. 3 Man Front is next.